to another estate, a greater estate. We're not going to be teaching you no poison. Now, if they want to teach poison, they can teach that by themselves. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to be rebuking their asses, man. We're going to be fucking rebuking their asses, man. Okay? And if you don't like the fact that we're rebuking guys, man, then you know what? You have a problem. You have a problem with the truth. You don't have a problem with me or us. But you have a problem with the Most High, man. Okay, go on.
It says, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men.
Right, and commandments of men.
That turn from the truth.
That turn from the truth. Like them dudes, they done figured out, well, the mark of the beast is sin. Where they get that from? They got it from a false cap that's teaching bullshit. They didn't get that from us. So they're watching these other false teachers, and now they're becoming false teachers themselves.
So verse 15 says, unto the pure, all things are pure.
Exactly, unto the pure, all things are pure. And that's why Apostle Ha said that Adam Abbott and them guys, they're not men of the Lord, because they're not pure-minded. If they were pure-minded, they would understand and teach the truth in its pureness. Because the word is pure, isn't it? So how come they don't correspond with the pure doctrine? How come they're going against it? Because they're not pure in mind. They got a bunch of demons flown throughout their head, and them demons is taking over them. Go on.
It says, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Right. To the undefiled and the unbelieving is nothing pure. So them dudes they're not men of the Lord. Them guys are not men of the Lord, because if it takes you to watch other false camps to figure the shit out, that means the Lord was never dealing with you. I'm not gonna say shit. Let me reiterate myself. If you have to watch other false camps, and these camps seem to you to be like they're pretty much they're bringing out the truth to you, but really they're false, as we can see, then you have a problem. You have a problem, because like I'm gonna use myself as an example. When I came into the truth, I did watch all of these other camps, but guess what? I didn't get seduced into what they were saying. I didn't merge what they were saying and then merge what I've learned from Great Millstone. Everything that I've learned, I got it from the Apostle Great Millstone, and I'm sticking to that. Okay, I'm not gonna mix and match the doctrines up, man. That's not what you don't do that. Go on, brother.
If I could just say as well, if you're actually, we all came up, because all the brothers will say this, we all come up watching different kind of teachers in that, right? But if you're reading the scriptures, man, you start to discern who's, through the Spirit obviously, discern who's bullshitting you and who's giving you the truth, basically.
Exactly.
And then if the Lord's dealing with you, he's going to bring you to the right place.
Exactly. You're going, brother. And if them dudes knew the scriptures, they would examine that. Where those men you read in the Bible? Because we're actually pretty much playing out the things that are said in this book, rather than these other camps. So they would have figured that out if they were so deep. Going.
It says,
as they claim to be.
It says they professed that they know. Titus 1:16. It says they profess that they know the Most High.
Right. They profess that they know the Most High.
But in works they deny Him.
But in works they deny Him. So you can say anything, but is what you're saying can it be substantiated by your actions? And if it is substantiated by your actions, then it's all right. It's cool. But if you saying you know the Lord and your actions ain't backed by what you're saying, then you know what? It's all shenanigans, man. It's all BS. Go on, brother.
It says, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Right. Unto every good work reprobate, meaning eventually your personal void of judgment. All right. So, like as certain brothers say in Great Millstone that we're men of the Lord, we say that, but also we don't just only say that, but we back it up based on our works. We back it up. Okay. We talk the talk and we can walk the walk. Okay, this is why we're out here in wintertime, in the dead of winter, and it's cold weather. We're out here sacrificing our time and even also our life to do this work, as the scripture says to do.
Just to finish it off, it says, this is Titus 2:1, it says, but speak thou the things which become sound.
That's the one I wanted to get. Yeah, speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. So that's what we have to do. We have to teach the things that are right, that are sound, that are accordance with this word here. If we're teaching things that are sound, we're in good standing. But if we're not doing so, then it's a problem. And if you're corrected, you're supposed to jump right back in line and not be a rebellious Negro, man. A rebellious nigger. Okay? We're here to repent, and we've repented. And we're here also in this truth so that we can be reconciled to the Father. That's why you have this truth in the first place. You have this truth in the first place. The reason why you're in this truth is to reconcile with the Father. Not to gain some popularity contest or some kind of vainglory, man. You're in this truth to repent back to the Lord. In the hopes that the Lord will save you from the condemnation to come. Because what's getting ready to before the society, man, it's not going to be nice, brothers. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be hard. It's going to be harsh. Okay, when you start seeing Jakes, man, being gunned down because of martial law or people being destroyed, famines, then it's not going to be a joke anymore. Then it ain't going to be cool to be playing no fucking games anymore. Okay? Now you're going to want to get right then. Go on, brother. You know, when it all gets rough and tough, now everybody wants to get right all of a sudden. But when everything was all planned and smoothed out, people were just playing games all of a sudden. But that's all right.
Ezekiel 34 and 2 says, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. I think I got that. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves, but do not.
Yeah, you did do that already. Yeah. That's in that's in 2 Corinthians
13. Is it 13? Is it 13? 8 or 8:13? I know it's one
I believe it's 13.
13.
Yeah,
13:8. Yeah, 13:8 then. Or it might be 13:5. But yeah.
Yes. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5 says, Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith.
Yeah.
Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates.
Yes, you got to examine whether the Lord is dealing with you. That's what it all boils down to. Is the Lord really dealing with you? And if the Lord is dealing with you, then you have to do some soul searching, man. You have to reconsider what's going on with you. You have to get some kind of counseling because maybe you're off. Okay? And if you're off, man, if you keep going down that road of being off, then you're gonna find yourself with your head off when Yahweh Shai gets back. Alright?
Yeah.
That's it. You're going, brother, yeah.
With in sports and all those athletes and all those boxers that train, the ones that don't do very well or don't become elite is because they don't examine themselves with the training. They don't keep up with the training.
Exactly.
But the ones that do excel very well are the ones that, even though they've got talent, they know that they have to keep up with the training to keep up the standards.
Yeah.
Because they're examining themselves and
improving themselves.
Keeping
themselves up. Yeah. So there you have it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to study these scriptures as well. You know, while you have your time. And then when you come back out there, now you can break the scriptures down and teach others. Okay? You got it, right? Yeah, just take your time, brother. Just make it short, right?
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. No, go on. Now, Floyd Mayweather, even though he had a lot of talent and he had a boxer's brain, he knew to keep his crown, he has to still train just as hard or even harder than a lot of the lower boxers, the good boxers, which he classed himself as God gifted or blessed by God. He said he was blessed by God. He said he's not talented. A lot of boxers are talented or good boxers, but he said that he's God gifted, and he acknowledged he was God gifted, which that's of the scriptures through the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, God gifted. But he said even though he knows he's God gifted, he still has to keep training just as hard.
Exactly. Because if you don't, then you're gonna lose that sharpness. And that's the same thing with us. Is we're gifted with this talent, but we still have to maintain and practice what we're preaching.
And because if you don't, you become complacent and arrogant sets in, just like what we're talking about at the moment. With a lot of these novices.
Puffed up.
Psalms 26 says, "Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in the Lord."
And that's one thing that Israel don't got no more, man. It's integrity. Integrity, man. It's a key thing that you have to have in this faith. And that's something that the majority of people, and even our people, don't have that anymore. They've lost a sense of who they are. They have no foundation within themselves. And even while they're in the truth, they have that same mentality. You know, they're going after things that are not there, or they're going after things that they believe is going to make them better than what they are. When you don't even need to do that, just keep it simple. You know what I mean? And the reason why Jake can't keep it simple, because Jake, a lot of Jakes out there, they want to be glorified. And it's all due because of the low self-esteem. Because if you have a reasonable self-esteem, you're not going to look for no extra glory on top of what you already got. You're just going to be content on where you are and who you are, and that's it. Simple, you know?
It says, "I have trusted also in the Lord, therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Lord."
And that, you hear what David said? Read that again.
It said, "Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. For thy loving kindness is before mine eyes."
No, read up a verse. It says, "I trust in the Lord."
Psalms 26, "Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in the Lord."
And that's a man of the Lord, David. Because David, not only was he a man of war, but he was a prophet. So you have to look at yourself, again, if you're not doing these kind of things, then you're not a man of the Lord. A man of the Lord will trust in the Lord. That's why they're known as men of the Lord, because they trust in the Lord. Matter of fact, brother, I'll tell you what, hold what you got. Give me 1 John, the 5th chapter. 5 and 8. 1 John 5 and 8.
First John 5 and 8. "And there are three that bear witness in earth, the spirit and the water and the blood, and these three agree in one." If we receive the witness of men, the witness of the Most High is greater. For this is the witness of the Most High, which he hath testified of his Son. He that believeth on the Son of the Most High hath witnessed in himself. He that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that the Most High gave of his Son.
But as you go up a couple of verses, I want you to read the verse where it says something to the effect of the thing that is born of the Most High will come of the world. It's right in that particular chapter.
1 John 5 and 4 says, "For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith."
You know why they overcame the world? Because they made refuge. The Most High, they made the Most High their refuge, and the Most High became their refuge. Give me that in Psalms 91. Because the Lord is going to be a refuge unto those that trust Him. And that's another powerful point right there. So when you have guys winging the scriptures and formulating new breakdowns so that they can gain some understanding through their own mind because they can't understand it as it is, that's not trusting in the Lord, and therefore the Lord ain't going to be their refuge at all. Go on, bro.
Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
And that's twofold as well, because that's talking about knowing this truth and this understanding. And also we're going to be delivered and taken by those so-called ships, those so-called UFOs. So that's what that goes into. So spiritually, we're in a secret place. And because we know the name as well, okay, that's going to lead us to our salvation, and we're going to be up in those ships as well, as the so-called white man calls UFOs. So that's what happens when you trust in the Lord and you make the Lord your refuge. Okay, so an entity or spirit to lean on. And ultimately, as we lean onto the Lord, what do we use? We use this word. We measure ourselves as His word. This is the measuring stick. Go on.
Verse 2 says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust.
That's in Psalm 91, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what's going to happen. The Lord is going to show how He is a refuge. He's our refuge. And there's a scripture where it says the Lord is going to cover us from heat or something like that. I'll tell you what, brother, type in the word refuge and then try and see if you can find that scripture. It says something to the effect of how the Lord, He's going to cover us from heat or something like that. He's a cover of heat, refuge of heat or something like that.
Whereabouts it is.
Nah, I don't. To me, I'll tell you what. Well, you got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Isaiah 25. And 4, it says, for thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress,
Right.
a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat.
So Isaiah is prophesying this as it already happened. Those that trusted in His name, He became a refuge unto them and saved them. And he declared these men to be poor, because in these days and times, the nation of Israel is going to be poor. Why? Because they're going to be under them curses that made them poor in the first place. So out of these people, among these people, there's going to be a remnant, the poor, amongst the poor, that the Lord is going to deliver and be a refuge unto when it's all said and done. When the days go real tough, right? Or troublesome, perilous, storm. Yeah.
This is a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat, when the blast
That's
of
the
the
one
terrible ones is as a storm against the wall.
Right, the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. Because Revelations 12 and 12 is going to play out. Which Revelation 12 and 12 also is also likened unto what happened in 70 AD. When you had the Roman armies that came down against our people, besieging the city of Jerusalem, and that's going to happen again. This time they're going to come with great wrath, greater than before, and that's going to happen, and we're going to be delivered out of that. Some brothers may be delivered from death, some brothers may literally be delivered and taken up into a so-called reform, challenge. Or certain brothers may be given the ability to receive spiritual power when it's all said and done, okay? Because great miracles are going to fall on this planet like you've never seen before. Things that your mind can't comprehend is going to happen on this earth. It's written and it shall be. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I could bring this out, yeah. This is of David, Psalm 54. Start from 1. Psalms of David when save me, O Lord my God, thy name, and judge me by thy strength. O my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth. My stranger are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. Thou have not set God before them. When it says sailor, that means poise. Pause. 4. Behold, God is mine helper. Thy Lord is with them that uphold my soul. He shall reward evil upon mine enemies, cut them off in thy truth.
And that's another thing as well, because a lot of our enemies are those, obviously, of our own people, and also these other nations too, including the so-called white people. So all of these people that come up against the word of the Lord, or come up against the people of the Lord in general, they're the enemies of the Heavenly Father. And there are enemies too. And that's what we're going to see happen. We're going to see the deliverance of the men of the Lord, which is standing before you right today, as it stands right now. And it's not just us, it's other brothers across the pond as well that's doing the same thing we're doing. They're going to be delivered, while the majority of the people, they're going to just be destroyed. Okay? And that's just the thing, you know. But like I said, one can repent. One can repent from their evil ways. But if they don't want to repent from their evil ways, they're going to be destroyed. And that even includes a lot of you guys as well that know you're Israelites, but not going according to the doctrine. Go on, brother.
One more, just from jump down to 7. For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and my eyes have seen his desire upon mine enemies.
Right. And it's funny because we're also the house of David. So if the Lord was to save David in this situation, then damn it, he's going to save us too. Okay, then let me use another word. Then willfully, he's going to save us as well. All comes together. Go on.
Back in Psalms 91, it says, verse 3, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Right, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. The fowler is the so-called white man.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Right.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Once again, this truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So if this truth is your shield and buckler, you're going to lean onto that only. You're not going to divert from anything. You're not going to divert into something else that has nothing to do with this. You're going to lean only onto this truth only. Okay? Only onto this truth. Let me say that.
It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
That's those missiles. So when those missiles, and this is why, like you were saying earlier, brother, a lot of those other camps, they don't teach about the missiles coming. Because once those missiles come in their mind, they're thinking, well, man, I'm dead.
And that's why they're fans. I'm not going to call them followers.
Yeah.
They're fans. They don't even fear, because they're not really given the fear of what's coming. Like us brothers in the truth, man, we're meditating on it all the time, man. But not through fear, but we know it has to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is something that's coming, and we can see it. Like the brother says, we watch the news, you know, we read into certain things, and we can link them up with the prophecies, man.
And prayer too, we've also prayed.
I mean, there's that thing called Project Megiddo, man, and that's coming up against. They say it's coming up against basically what they would call terrorist acts in America, and the number one people on that list are the Israelites, because that's what it's really about. It's not really about these other white supremacist factions. It's about the Israelites, man.
I mean, they're gonna get them too, because it's really anybody that comes up against the New World Order system any kind of way, they're gonna take them out the way. But like the brother's saying, they're gonna come for us, and then it's gonna come a time that it ain't gonna be so cool to be an Israelite no more.
Exactly.
Go on, brother. You got this.
It's a fad for a lot of these cats out there, man. You know what I mean? Because like I was saying, I mean that whole Project Megiddo thing, that's coming for us, man. And like the brother said, in that time they're gonna deny being Israelites, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna deny Yahweh Hashem Yoshua.
Yeah, they're gonna put away those garments.
Exactly.
garments. What is it? Like it says in the Apocrypha, cast about your double garment. So they're gonna cast that. They're gonna cast that double garment off you.
They don't even believe. They don't even believe it anyway.
Anyway,
man.
yeah.
It's like Apostle Tahar said, man. They don't really believe.
Nah.
Anyway, back into Psalms 91, it says, verse 6, it says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Yeah, and for the pestilence that walk up in darkness, because you better believe, man, one day or another, man, Esau, they're going to bring out these biological weapons out there amongst the people, and people are going to pretty much drop dead or go crazy, man. But you're going to have certain brothers, they're going to, for some kind of reason, man, they're going to withstand all of that. It's going to be like brothers got like a unseen force field right on top of them. And they're not even being touched by any of this biological warfare that's going on.
If I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the scriptures talk about the waster, yeah?
Right, the waster to destroy, yeah.
And that's the missiles, man.
Yeah.
And that's what that's talking about here.
Exactly, yeah.
It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Yeah. As it tells you, I don't cut you, brother, as it says in 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, we shall scarcely be saved. The righteous shall scarcely be saved, because right when we're being saved, or we're about to be saved, those missiles are about to come down and it's going to hit this earth. You understand? And that's why these niggas don't teach about the missiles.
What do they think they're stockpiling all these things for, man?
Yeah.
Keep bringing up new technology on these missiles. We know what Putin just come out this year with his new ones now. You got Trump trying to stop everyone else from building up theirs, man, but he can't stop it, man. Because ultimately they're stockpiling for the destruction of America, Babylon.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And that's why you have those underground bunkers in the States as well, because they know that the war is about to come. They know that those missiles is about to go flying to and fro. Go on, bro. What time you got, brother?
6:20.
Okay.
6:20.
Says verse 8, Psalms 91 and 8 says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, so what we're going to see when we're above and going in chariots, we're going to actually see the destruction of the ungodly men. Beginning with our people first, because the Lord is only dealing with our people, and second of all of these other nations, including the so-called white men. We're going to see their damnation. And this is something that we hope and pray for to see. We hope to escape out of here. We hope to see the downfall of the wicked people. Okay? Wicked, evil, unreasonable motherfuckers, man. Excuse my language.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It says, Psalm 91 and 9, it says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Yeah.
There shall no evil befall thee.
Yeah, so that all goes back because we trust in the Lord. So because we trust in the Lord, what's going to happen? The Lord is going to protect us from all kinds of things or elements that concerns the wicked. Okay? And even this guy as well, he's going to grow, he's going to be destroyed, man.
No, what's the difference between the Edomite and the Sulamite?
This guy's a clown, man. We done with this guy before.
Edomite and a Sodomite, they're the same thing, isn't it?
Huh?
They're the same thing.
Could say that.
You might as well say they're the same thing, isn't it? It says, verse 10, it says,